What if AI gets so smart that the President of the United States cannot do better than following ChatGPT 7's recommendation, but can't really understand it either?
This man is about to become the first person in history to walk a path around the Earth. And after 27 years of walking, he is now on the final stretch.
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, we'll be reacting to mysterious videos that'll give you goosebumps. If anyone's new out there, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it today, guys.
Guys, we have officially entered the world's second space race. Because according to documents obtained by Politico, NASA's acting administrator will soon announce plans for the US to fast-track their launch of a nuclear reactor to the moon. Now, apparently their reason for moving up the timeline is because NASA desperately wants to beat China and Russia, who have actually teamed up to launch their own nuclear reactor on the moon. And the thing is, whoever establishes their reactor first, well, they will have first dibs to declare what's known as a keep-out zone. And that will essentially limit what other countries can do nearby on the lunar surface. But America doesn't like keep-out zones on Earth or in space, unless it's called the southern border. So, with the China-Russia project only meant to launch in 2035, USA said, aight, let's run it by 2030. And even a senior NASA official whose identity was kept anonymous was reported saying it is about winning the second space race. Now, you'll be happy to hear this nuclear reactor isn't for starting Universe War I. In fact, according to NASA themselves on those same documents, it will, quote, lay the groundwork to be able to support a future lunar economy for high-powered energy generation on Mars and to strengthen national security in space. There it is. My bad. Guess I'll catch you on the lunar front line.
Yeah, so long story short, whoever nukes the moon first gets to put up their own no trespassing sign. Guys, at this point, the space race is nothing but one giant interstellar game of Monopoly.
Alright, you ready, Mum? We're going to do the signature. Okay? I'm going to put the pen in your hands and I'm just going to...
Gonna kill her.
No, it ain't. Right, hold on, Mum. Let me just try and put the pen through. Here, Mum. Let me go this way. Mum, relax. There you go. Alright. Mum, I'm going up with a pen on you. Ready, Mum? Do you agree to this? Mum?
Yeah.
You agree to it? There you go.
Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah,
thank
Mum.
you for that.
Listen, guys, when your last breath is also a legal signature, you know someone's cashing in somewhere, guys. I have seen hostage negotiations with more compassion. She is basically notarizing her own funeral expenses in real time.
So you know how the Conjuring films are based on a true story, right? Well, this last movie, The Conjuring Last Rites, is actually based on the Smurl family hauntings that happened between the 1970s and the 1980s. And let me just tell you, it's terrifying. This one might be the scariest of them all. And if you don't believe me, just go watch the trailer to see what's making that doll levitate. Yup. Janet and Jack Smurl, along with their 4 daughters and their dog, buy this house in Pennsylvania after their home was taken by the hurricane. While they're living there, some terrifying things happen, okay? I'm talking about knocks and threes on the walls, okay? The dog flying. There was so much dark paranormal activity happening in that home, like foul smells, physical and verbal attacks. They even started to see dark figures walking from wall to wall. The family was Catholic, so they would call so many priests in that home to even bless it or do exorcisms. Nothing was working, so they called the pros, Ed and Lorraine Warren. And there's actual footage of Lorraine in that home. Watch this.
This is the hallway where the family has experienced the rappings all the way down the hallway, where they have experienced the voices, some sort of magic whispering, but they also are able to distinguish the fact that there are a conversation going on between a man and a woman.
Yeah, some houses have charm. This house, on the other hand, has whatever the opposite of charm is. Guys, if my house ever made these noises, the only ritual I'd perform is called U-Haul. This house doesn't need an exorcism, it needs a foreclosure.
Matt Rife just bought the Warren Museum and he's letting people come visit. Yes, Matt Rife, the stand-up comic, is now the legal caretaker of the Warrens Occult Museum, the same place that inspired films like The Conjuring, Annabelle, Amityville Horror. And a lot of people are questioning how he went from like thirst traps and questionable jokes to this. The museum isn't just like dusty crosses and spooky dolls. It's allegedly filled with real cursed artifacts that are too dangerous to even touch. And the Warrens would claim that if you mocked these items, your car could crash on the way home, something bad could happen to you. We just saw what happened to the handler of the Annabelle doll. And on top of this, I think this is a huge cash grab. He's opening it up to the public. In the very near future, we will be able to book nights or weekends staying at this museum investigating all of the items. And while that's super exciting, I don't think it was designed for this. Some people claim that the Warrens were paranormal pioneers. They were the couple that made ghost hunting mainstream, but other people say that they were fraud. Even their own son-in-law allegedly called parts of their story sensationalized. I have a whole YouTube deep dive on the controversy. He bought the museum with his friend Elton Castay, and he clarified that they don't legally own the items. They are just the legal guardians and caretakers for the next 5 years, which basically means they are in charge of keeping the cursed items safe. Them.
Yeah, I mean, some comics do live Netflix specials. Matt Rife just bought a live-action horror movie. If he thought hecklers were bad, just wait until his guests start getting roasted by ghosts.
It was probably one of the scariest things that has really ever happened to me.
This is what 17-year-old Charlotte woke up to around 12:30 Friday morning. You can even see the loop hooking onto the door handle. That's when Charlotte woke up her 2 water polo teammates in the room.
It's like our first thought was that someone was trying to come in there and kidnap us.
Charlotte, who asked us not to show her face, says she shot the video of the wire and then grabbed it.
Go away.
The 3 teenage girls were staying at the Marriott Delta Hotel in Garden Grove before a water polo tournament. Charlotte's mother, her coach, and other parents filed a police report. Charlotte's mother, Tiffany, says she met directly with the hotel GM, who she says told her the incident involved a room check.
They did confirm that it was an employee. I was told that he was going to be terminated.
After the incident, Charlotte says the hotel gave the girls a gift basket and balloons, and they later switched rooms.
Ah, yes, because nothing quite says, I am sorry for the attempted break-in, quite like a balloon bouquet. Could you guys even imagine almost getting kidnapped and the hotel hits you with, my bad, bro, here is a muffin basket. They call it a room check. I call it practice for an episode of Dateline.
So for the second time in 3 days, New York was just hit with another earthquake. And even though this earthquake was only 2.7 magnitude, people in various places between New York and New Jersey said they felt it, said they felt their buildings shaking. And now a lot of people are asking questions. What's really going on? Because the weather patterns that we're seeing right now are not usual patterns. 2 earthquakes, 3 days in New York, that's not normal. Now they're saying that this happened near Hillsdale, New Jersey, which isn't too far from New York City. But again, it was felt in New York City. And to be honest with you, I'm in New York City. I didn't feel it, but I got calls from people who felt it. Okay. People are even saying that they felt this earthquake in Connecticut. Now, the 2.7 magnitude earthquake would probably not leave any damage because they're not reporting any. But it's scary because, again, New York doesn't experience these type of things back to back. And now you got to ask the bigger question, because we remember them saying that they're going to be earthquakes, multiple earthquakes after a big earthquake. Everything that's going on right now is basically fulfilling that prophecy. This is definitely something to pay attention to, because again, it's not normal to happen this many times in New York.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. 2 earthquakes in 3 days for the city that never sleeps is straight up unheard of. New York is quite literally out here trying to speedrun California mode. And it's not just earthquakes, guys. Let's see what else is happening in the Big Apple.
I mean, it's not going to get any better. No. You know what I mean? It's just going to get worse. So I would rather you get safe and get someplace higher and drier than sitting in here. I mean, you're sitting in feet of water, you know?
New York City and the surrounding regions experienced severe flash flooding on Thursday, July 31st, 2025, due to heavy rain and thunderstorms. The National Weather Service issued flash flood warnings across parts of the northeastern United States, including New York and New Jersey. Crazy.
I told you guys, it's not just the earthquakes. Listen, when your morning commute doubles as a swim lesson, it might be time to leave the city, guys. If this keeps up, the Statue of Liberty is gonna need floaties.
Wow, that's kind of interesting.
This is amazing.
I can get
Thank you.
closer.
Wow. It's like a little flower.
It's like a little alien.
And the two corners of the
Wow, look inside of that.
Wow.
Wow.
The tentacles, like jutting out of the side of itself,
Yeah.
are slightly disturbing.
They're almost snake-like.
Kind of looks like a Chihuly glass exhibit.
Oh yeah, Chihuly Garden and Glass, like in Seattle. Oh, they.
I think it's a
oh
parapilla.
A parapilla?
Another parapilla. I've seen quite a few on this trip.
This is incredible.
Is it grabbing things with the tentacle and pulling it up underneath, or how does this thing eat?
Do you know, Noel?
I think there's stinging cells, but I don't think it pulls it into a mouth.
How big is this?
Yeah, do we have like a laser on it?
Jinx.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's a decent size.
That's chonk. So those lasers are 10 centimeters apart. So we're
It's
looking
big.
at what, like 20?
Very big.
20 centimeters?
Those tentacles are real big.
I want to know if they're sticky.
I could never touch one in my life and I'd be okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Same.
I really, it feels like it's in front of me and I could just reach out and touch it.
Yeah, so it's basically an underwater chandelier with a stinger. I don't know if I should be amazed or start Googling, can jellyfish eat people? Somewhere out there, a shark saw this guy and said, nope. Meanwhile, we're drinking from paper straws.
Here's what humans with real-life superpowers looks like. This woman, Jo Cameron, can't feel any pain and isn't capable of feeling anxiety or any other negative emotions thanks to having 2 rare gene mutations. Stephen Wiltshire has a photographic memory, so photographic, he once took a 20-minute helicopter ride over New York City, then literally drew the entire thing on an 18-foot piece of paper off of memory. A man was once involved in a serious car accident, and doctors were shocked that he had no fractured or broken bones. And that's when they found out his bones were basically unbreakable because they were 8 times more dense than normal thanks to a gene mutation. While Kim Peek's superhuman ability was that he could read 10,000 words per minute thanks to being able to read the left page of a book with his left eye and the right page with his right eye. How does that work? A guy that lives in India is known as Electric Man because apparently his body can conduct 30 times more electricity than the average person, and they say he can light a light bulb with his bare hands. Then there's this woman named Rebecca Sherrock that has a condition called hyperthymesia, which means she can remember every single detail of every day of her life since she was 12 days old.
I mean, I don't know if they're superheroes or this is just proof that the rest of us are all NPCs. Guys, they're basically the Avengers. If the Avengers had to work and pay bills. Meanwhile, I pull a muscle checking my phone in bed.
So this is footage of a man sitting in a room and he thinks that his kids are playing a prank on him or just playing around with a chair. But if you look at the end of the video, watch what happens. Let me see. So door opens and this is moving toward him, right? And he's like, oh, okay, the kids are here, right?
Yeah.
And then listen, you hear the kids outside the room. See?
Oh, shit.
But look what happens.
Don't tell me it goes flat.
Just watch.
Yo.
There's nothing there. There's nothing
my
there.
God.
And he
It's
just runs
just a
out.
chair?
Is that shit real though? Is that shit real though?
I mean, like, it said Jinn, right? Yo, Jinns are
They're invisible.
Yeah, Jinns are for sure real, though. I'm not gonna lie.
But yo, this video, it does not look.
That's 100% real.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, the way I would shit my pants, you guys have no idea. I don't mess with the paranormal, guys. I would have my entire family's house packed up and moved out that night.
He was working late at night when he sees this. A disturbing video was captured by a man who was doing deliveries during the late hours of the night. When dropping off an order, he sees something straight out of a nightmare. From an apartment window, the man sees a strange person dancing alone in the late hours of the night. The person's eerie movements and their ominous appearance left many viewers creeped out, considering the event took place at around 3 a.m. Makes this footage even more unsettling.
3 a.m. deliveries. Come for the packages and stay for the dancing demons. Guys, when the shadow people start hitting the gritty, it might be a good idea to change your shift. That's not a ghost, guys. That is insomnia with a gym membership.
This is McDonald's French fries from the United States. It has 11 ingredients. But in the UK, there's only 4, and salt is optional. This one has an ingredient called dimethyl polysiloxane, an ingredient that can be preserved with formaldehyde, a neurotoxin. This is United States Fanta right here. It's made with high fructose corn syrup, artificial dye, yellow 6, red 40, and sodium benzenate. In the UK, they have real orange juice inside, and it's colored with carrots and pumpkin. In Skittles, there's 10 different artificial dyes here in the United States, plus titanium dioxide.
What?
An ingredient that's banned in Europe because it causes DNA damage.
Wow.
Gatorade, here in the United States, uses red 40 and caramel color. In Germany, they use carrots and sweet potatoes to color their Gatorade. M&M has 10 artificial dyes made from petroleum linked to hyperactivity in children here in the United States, and in the UK, they only use 1.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Over here in America, we don't have farm to table. We have lab to coffin. We don't have snacks either. We have edible science fair projects. So let's take a look at what some McDonald's look like outside of the United States.
Let me take you to McDonald in Sicily. Let's go. Wow, it actually looks good.
It's like a bakery.
Cheesecake, fragole, strawberry, tiramisu.
Wow.
Not bad. Fresh orange juice. Good.
Chicken il provolone.
Wow.
And chicken il pepperone.
How
Chicken
clean.
wing with ricci fries, cheddar. Pop.
McPop alla crema. You can also play. Espresso, only €1. The kitchens are so clean.
Chicken sandwich.
Incredible to say, but the espresso, it's amazing. Coffee is so good, and it's only €1.
Just as I suspected, night and day. Their McDonald's serves croissants. Our McDonald's serves regrets in a brown paper bag.
A 22-inch rat, the size of a small dog, has been found inside a home in the UK. The massive rodent was discovered by pest control in Normanby, near Redcar, after reports of an infestation. Now councillors are warning this could just be the start, urging the council to launch a full vermin survey and a crackdown across council-owned land, alleys and even takeaways. Locals say poor bin management and overgrown bushes are fueling the issue, and the council admits it no longer offers pest control to private households. But with rats this big, the pressure to act is growing fast.
It's pretty normal for new species to be discovered, but lately, a lot of these newly discovered species are looking like aliens or something out of a movie. First off, a new species of shark was discovered in a cave in Kentucky. It's apparently specifically known for its razor-sharp teeth that are meant to crush its predators. A new creature was discovered in Madagascar that apparently has an especially vibrant orange belly. Over in Africa, a new species of fish was discovered in a river that was noted to be silver and white and have an extremely long head. And in Australia, a new species of stick bug was discovered. Now you might think that's pretty normal because stick bugs aren't that uncommon, but I want you to pay attention to the size of these stick bugs on these hands because I'm about to play a clip of the new stick bug species.
Oh, they're bigger? His entire arm. Yeah, so we're just casually out here discovering nightmare fuel like it's Pokemon Go. Every new species they just showed looks like it crawled straight out of an alien's wet dream. Guys, at this point, I'm not even sure I'm on the right planet anymore.
I was told that there's been 300 instances of attempted nuclear war. 300 times in the last 70 years, somebody has pushed a button or triggered a suitcase of nuclear weapon. And every single time that has been disarmed by something. It's possible that space and time are not linear, and it's possible that our future selves are among us, stopping the nuclear war that we started and wiped out humanity with. So we are either protecting ourselves from this event, or we are surrounded by many other intelligences that are protecting us because we are special in our capacity to feel so uniquely for our distance from nature.
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no. 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 I refuse. No. No.
What if AI gets so smart that the President of the United States cannot do better than following ChatGPT 7's recommendation, but can't really understand it either? What if I cannot make any better decision about how to run OpenAI and I just say, you know what, I fully hand it over. ChatGPT 7, you are in charge. Good luck. That might be the right decision in any individual case, but it means that society has like collectively transitioned a significant part of decision making to this very powerful system that is learning from us, improving for us, evolving with us, but in ways we don't totally understand. So that's the third category of how I think things can go wrong.
Listen, guys, all I'm going to say is if any president or world leader, both current and future, ever have to depend on ChatGPT to make decisions, it's over, guys. It's a wrap right then and there. So that's all I got for this one. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Smash that like and subscribe button. Fam, help us hit 100K this year. Go check out our Instagram, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.